I had a question answered for me today that I think we all wonder, don't we? And that is, was it a waste of time?
Welcome to 10K Tuesday.
All right, let's see here. All right, there we go. We got here under 9 miles. Time not so great, but anyway, we went the distance. My knee's been still bothering me, so anyway, I'll talk about more than that. Hey, welcome to 10K Tuesday. Come on inside. Come in. All right, we got a package here. You gotta reward yourself with the protein shake. This makes everything worthwhile when you work out or you run. It's freaking cheesecake flavor, for crying out loud. Oh my gosh. I've been keeping it in the fridge waiting on me. I can't believe it's good for me. All right, so today I want to talk about, all right, so anyway, let's back up for a second. Welcome to 10K Tuesday. Every Tuesday I have to run 10 kilometers before I can even talk to you. That's the deal that I've made for myself. And I also have this audacious goal of trying to make $10,000 on a Tuesday. Actually, I'm in a pretty good trade right now. Let me show you that real quick. And my vehicle for doing that would be day trading. And I'm not gonna make $10,000 today, but we okay. Trade start. My first trade of the day, not so good. And then, but anyway, the market took a turn. It's kind of bouncing back up onto this Tuesday, November 5th. This is election day. And I've got a nice one running right now, so that's cool. Very happy to have that. The whole point is not to brag about my trading prowess. It's just something that I've done to push myself outside of bounds and to do things that they look so wonderful on YouTube. And I was like, well, I've got a brain, and I bet if I study and put my mind to it, I can do it too. And so I'm trying to have more good days than bad days. I don't always win, but we're getting there. We're figuring it out. So this morning, what I try to do every day is wake up very early and then immediately read high quality nonfiction or philosophy, learning from the greats. I don't mess with social media or email or anything like that. I want to go straight to reading. And if I do watch YouTube, I want it to be very informative and educational. So anyway, this book right here, I've mentioned it before, Deepak Chopra's 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. And I've got one of these remarkable gizmos, and they're really cool. Check it out. All right, and it's basically a digital notebook. And so what I've been doing is reading, writing, and reflecting. So I read something cool, and I basically, I can copy it down, and I can just do it word for word, or I can, put my own twist on it and try to really learn from it. And I must have read this, this is one of these books that you're never done with, right? I had a question answered for me today that I think we all wonder, don't we? And that is, was it a waste of time? Have I wasted my time? I want to answer that for you. All right, so one of the spiritual laws is called the law of least effort. I don't know if you can read that. What that means essentially is accomplishing the most while doing the least. The guy that comes to mind for me that just absolutely embodies that is Richard Branson.
Richard Branson is one of the most fun-loving and adventurous billionaires in the world, with an estimated net worth of $4 billion.
Every time I see that guy, he seems to just be having an absolute ball. He owns his own Virgin Island, Necker Island there.
He currently resides on Necker Island in the British Virgin Islands, which ironically, he did not name.
So to answer that question is, was it a waste of time? Well, I stumbled upon the passage here. This book is a book that I've never done with. In fact, it's the only book that I never highlight because every sentence in here there's no fluff or filler. If I were to highlight this book, it'd be 98% yellow. All right, so attention to the whims of the ego consumes the greatest amount of energy. But when our internal reference point is our spirit, our actions are motivated by love, and there's no waste of energy. No waste of energy. There's no waste of energy if what you're doing is motivated by love. And to me, that's absolutely huge. And I'll tell you why, because I work for myself, right? So when a person goes to a regular job, they do their job and they clock out and they know their money is made. All right, so I have just written a book. I've just completed a video series that accompanies that book. I'm not trying to sell you this, but my point is I think to myself, shit, is this worth it? You know, will anybody buy it? If they do buy it, will they like it? Will it help them? Have I been doing all this for nothing? So think about all the books at a library that are never read. Somebody poured their heart and soul into these freaking books, man. They're, you know, this book's, look how thin this is. There's books this thick that nobody reads, and somebody put years of their life into that thing. And so the fellow that wrote Chicken Noodle Soup for the Soul, he was rejected over 140 times. And he still kept, I mean, imagine getting rejected 4 times. And that series has sold over 500 million books. You know, James Patterson was rejected like 31 times, I believe. So, yeah, it was worth it. But I think everybody can agree that, you know, his work was motivated by love. You know, he really wanted to help people. And so that's what makes me feel better at the end of the day for the work that I've done. I know that what I've done will help people. It was not a waste of time. A lot of you guys might be here because of my sweepstakes course. All right. Well, so the story on that is I did that because I wanted to make money with it. And so I advertised it on Facebook, and Facebook kept shutting my ads down because they thought it was a scam. They thought it was too good to be true. And so I mean, I literally like cried over that because I put over a year of my life into creating this course. I thought that was going to be how I make my first million by selling it. And I mean, I had the math worked out and everything. I kept experiencing these massive obstructions to getting the thing to market. And it's like God was telling me, like, dude, you're not supposed to be known as a sweepstakes guy. This is not in the cards for you. You need to move on to something else. So I could either shelve it or I could just give it away because I know it works. I mean, I used it. I taught people personally. They used it. It works. I was like, all right, well, if I can't sell it, I'll just give it away and I'll move on with my life. I put a lot of love into that, but I couldn't sell it. But you know, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with giving it away because it's helped so many people out there. And so, you know, this book that I've written on fitness and the video series that I put together that will tell you how to drop vices, I put a lot of love in that. And naturally, I want to sell stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm okay. I know my time wasn't wasted is the point I'm trying to make. And you know, I make these videos for you, and you might be wrestling with the same thing. You know, shit, was my time wasted doing this? You know, shit, was my time wasted, you know, helping this person that didn't even care? I mean, like, I made a video a while back of like trying to help a homeless guy. Like I gave over a day of my life and a couple $100 buying an airplane ticket for him, and the dude just ghosted me. Was my time wasted doing that? No, it wasn't. I guess I would do it all over again. And I learned something, and my heart was in the right place. And I made a video that might help other people recognize, you know, a better way to do it, a better way to help a homeless person. You know, time is that thing they tell us is our most rarest commodity, and, you know, we're not good, you know, lost time is never recovered and all that. And so whenever you watch one of my videos, I always want you to feel that you spent good time with me. So that's the stuff that I'm learning, and I just want to pass along what I know to be true. You know, we don't know what in the world we're talking about unless we can teach it. And so selfishly, that's part of what this channel is all about, is I want to be better at it. So I'm practicing teaching it, and I hope it's coming through to you, and I hope it's helping at least one person out there, and that would make it worth it. And by the way, so Remarkable, yeah, I highly recommend this. I really don't even know how to use the damn thing. There's a feature where you turn your chicken scratch into digital type, and for some reason I can't make that thing work. So I'm just having fun writing in it, and then if I really like it, I'll just type it out. And anyway, I'm making it work, and I appreciate you hanging out with me. And yeah, so I am training for a marathon, by the way. I've got my first, hold on. All right. I've got my first marathon in 11 days. So I've run a half a marathon, And, oh, cool. I get pizza and blankets. And all right, cool. Nice. And so if you see all 369 running in the Richmond Marathon on the 16th, that's me. Holler at your boy. Anyway, age 49, very first marathon. And so I've been training for it by running extra long distances. I usually run 10 kilometers every Tuesday, but these past few Tuesdays, I've been trying to get it up to 10 miles. However, a hitch in the giddy up, my knees have decided that it doesn't like this shit anymore. So I've really had to figure that out and try to find out what in the world is causing the knee pain. Is it how I'm running? Is it the shoes I'm wearing? How much to rest? I don't want to rest too long because it might weaken the knee. So I'm trying to balance, allowing my knee to rest without letting it get weak. So I'm really trying to figure that all out and not postpone the marathon, or even worse, have to drop out in the middle of the thing. So if I have to drop out in the middle of the thing, okay. I'd really rather not. I want to make a good showing. So anyway, that's what I'm wrestling with. And if you're, considering running a marathon, what I've discovered is there's never a convenient time to train for your very first marathon. So just get it over with, shoehorn the thing in there, figure it out. And my best takeaway that I can give you is make long distance running normal. So like right now, it is nothing for me to run 5 miles. A year ago, 5 miles, I would have really given that a second thought. But now 5 miles is just like rolling out of bed and walking to the kitchen for a cup of coffee. So, everything's perspective and subjective, and, whatever you put your time into. And so I'm having fun with it, making the best out of it, and I hope it's of some sort of inspiration to you. Thanks so much for watching. If you do find my content helpful, why don't you drop a like and consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you a dime. It means the world to me. All right, till we meet again. Do not waste this day. Bye.